Hello and welcome to Thrivenuggets. We're thrilled to have you with us today for our latest video, Control Your Emotions with 12 Stoic Lessons. Seamlessly continuing from our previous series, we're back again to provide you practical wisdom and personal development tips. Excitingly today, we're traversing into the realm of Stoic philosophy, a treasure house of wisdom that enables us to gain mastery over our emotions. This philosophy, which was born in the lively streets of ancient Athens and was brought into existence by Zeno of Citium around 300 BC, acts as a beacon amidst the stormy seas of our emotional world. It guides us on how to handle the highs and lows of our feelings with grace, balance, and courage. Picture emotions as ocean waves, sometimes mild and comforting, other times tumultuous and overpowering. But what if we were able to surf these with dexterity and calm, instead of being thrown around helplessly? That is what Stoicism promises. It hands us timeless insights into human nature, aiding us in comprehending ourselves better. It strengthens us to tackle life's challenges resiliently, accept what we cannot modify, and focus our energy on what we can influence. At the core of Stoicism is a profound grasp of our emotions. The Stoics promoted the idea that our emotional reactions are not ignited by external events but by how we interpret them. This change in viewpoint can be transformative, converting a traffic jam from a source of into a chance for patience and reflection. In our contemporary world, where emotional chaos and stress are too frequent, Stoicism offers a roadmap to tranquility and emotional stability. It doesn't propagate emotional suppression, but understanding, managing, and ultimately utilizing them as tools for personal growth. With this video today, we're going to delve into 12 potent Stoic lessons that can aid us in fostering emotional resilience. From acknowledging the nature of emotions to practicing acceptance, from developing resilience to seeking inner freedom, these lessons serve as invitations to embark on a journey of emotional domination and personal evolution. We hope you're as thrilled as we are to dive into these life-altering insights. So get comfortable and let's dive into the captivating world of Stoic philosophy. In this video, we're going to dissect 12 Stoic lessons that can help us engender emotional stability and resilience in our contemporary lives. Lesson 1. Acknowledge the nature of emotions. The Stoics, great philosophers of their time, imparted a significant wisdom that our emotions are not caused by external events, but rather by our interpretations of them. Picture this. You're stuck in a sea of red lights. The traffic is dense. Instead of letting frustration bubble up, what if you choose to see the situation differently? Accept that traffic is just a part of life and use this time to listen to your favorite podcast or simply enjoy a moment of quiet. This shift in perspective is what Stoicism encourages. It's not the traffic that's causing your annoyance, it's your interpretation of it. The Stoics urge us to take a step back, analyze our emotional reactions, and realize that we have the power to interpret events in a way that serves us better. By understanding this fundamental truth, we can gain greater control over our emotional responses. Lesson 2. Practice acceptance. This principle is deeply rooted in the Stoic concept of amor fati, or love of fate. The Stoics taught that we should embrace whatever life throws our way, acknowledging that many events are simply beyond our control. So instead of expending energy fighting against the inevitable, we should accept it with grace and equanimity. Imagine a sudden rainstorm ruining your outdoor plans. Instead of brooding over the ruined plans, we can choose to accept the rain as a natural occurrence beyond our control and adapt our plans accordingly. This doesn't mean we should passively accept every hardship or injustice that comes our way. Rather, it's about recognizing the difference between things we can change and things we cannot. By practicing acceptance, we free up mental energy to focus on areas where we can make a real difference. Practicing acceptance allows us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and actions. Lesson 3. Cultivate resilience. In the Stoic philosophy, obstacles aren't seen as barriers, but rather stepping stones towards growth and self-improvement. Picture this. You've been working tirelessly on a project, only to have it fall through at the last minute. It's easy to feel defeated, to let this setback consume you. But the Stoic approach encourages us to see this not as a failure, but as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to better ourselves. It's about finding the silver lining in every cloud and using it to illuminate our path forward. It's about understanding that adversity is a part of life, and it's our response to it that defines us. So when life knocks you down, remember the Stoic way. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and embrace the challenge. Cultivating resilience empowers us to bounce back stronger than ever. Moving on to our next set of lessons. With the fourth lesson, we learn about the power of perspective. The Stoics remind us that our perspective can either be our prison or our passport. It's all about how we see things. For instance, is that glass half empty or half full? Your perspective will determine your emotional response. Meditation is the fifth lesson. The Stoics were big on reflection and mindfulness. They believed that by quieting the mind, we can better understand our emotions and thus control them. So take a moment each day to reflect, to meditate, to be still. The sixth Stoic lesson is about embracing change. Life is constant flux, and to resist change is to resist life itself. So instead of fighting the waves of change, why not learn to surf? Lesson 7 is about the art of indifference. The Stoics teach us to be indifferent to things beyond our control. This doesn't mean not caring, but rather focusing our care on things we can actually influence. Next, we have the eighth lesson, practice detachment. The Stoics practice detachment, not as a way to avoid emotions, but as a way to experience them without being overwhelmed. It's like watching a movie. You can enjoy the plot without getting lost in it. For lesson 9, the Stoics encourage us to seek wisdom. Wisdom, they believe, is the ultimate antidote to emotional turmoil. So keep learning, keep growing. Lesson 10, cultivate virtue. The Stoics saw virtue as the highest good and living virtuously as the key to emotional stability. So strive to be good, to do good. Our penultimate lesson, number 11, is about living in the present. The Stoics remind us that the present moment is all we truly have. Worrying about the past or the future only distracts us from living fully right now. And that brings us to our final lesson. And finally, lesson 12, seek inner freedom. This is a profound Stoic principle, and it's all about understanding that true liberty is not about dictating our external environment, but being in command of our internal world. You see, our circumstances may not always be within our control, but how we perceive and respond to them is always our choice. Imagine a bird in a cage. The cage might limit the bird's physical movement, but it can't confine its spirit, its song, or its ability to dream of the open sky. That's inner freedom. It's about realizing that while life may build walls around us, it cannot imprison our thoughts, our attitudes, or our reactions. In essence, Stoicism encourages us to seek this inner freedom. By doing so, we can maintain tranquility in the face of turmoil and serenity amidst chaos. By cultivating inner freedom, the freedom to choose our thoughts, attitudes, and responses, we can find lasting peace and contentment regardless of what life throws our way. And there you have it, 12 Stoic lessons to help you gain better control over your emotions and lead a more fulfilling life. From acknowledging the nature of emotions and practicing acceptance, to cultivating resilience and seeking inner freedom, these timeless teachings offer a roadmap to emotional mastery. Each lesson is a beacon, shedding light on how we can navigate the tumultuous seas of our emotions with grace and composure. But remember, understanding these principles is only the first step. The real magic happens when we integrate them into our daily lives. It's about catching ourselves when we start to spiral, reminding ourselves to accept what we cannot change, and continually striving to cultivate resilience and inner freedom. Remember, the journey to emotional mastery is a continuous one. Stay patient, stay persistent, and most importantly, stay stoic. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Thrive Nuggets for more practical wisdom and personal development tips. Stay stoic.